What's up, everybody? What's up, you happy people? This is BGFX Legend and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the main reasons why Forex traders don't make it, why Forex traders lose, and why many people end up giving up. And I'm sure that you have seen a couple of videos that look like this one, but I'm here to tell you that this one is different. So because of that, I ask you to watch until the end of this video, as this video is going to help you shape your trading journey and help the other struggling traders around the world. And just by liking this video, you'll be helping me to share the message across the world. So I want you to sit down, relax, and watch, listen carefully, because these are the reasons why it is not working for you. So the number one reason is that Forex trading is introduced to people in a way that I feel like is very, very wrong. And I'm sure that when you started your journey, you either saw somebody splashing money, somebody on a shopping spree, somebody with a Lamborghini, Ferrari, somebody with an expensive watch, or somebody who was traveling, somebody who was doing these luxury shopping sprees, somebody who was purchasing a very expensive item. And these things captured you into a mode of research, and you wanted to know why these people were purchasing what they were purchasing at that particular time. We all know that Forex traders by nature make a lot of money, and because of that, they tend to spend more than people who are doing their 9-to-5s. Now, how is this affecting you? So because of that, some of you decided to become a Forex trader just because you saw somebody buying something. How is this a problem? The problem is that you decided to become a Forex trader simply because you wanted to buy expensive stuff. We all love the sense of luxury. We all love the sense of getting to spend money. But now, there is one thing that I always say to people. I always say that the way money gets in is different from the way money gets out. So I want to tell you this. Forex trading is not a Lamborghini. Forex trading is not a house. Forex trading is not a luxury lifestyle. Forex trading is not a mansion. Forex trading is an industry of professionals, highly professional industry, where there is a lot of money. When you see people buying whatever they are buying, it is just the end product of money. They acquired money from trading and then decided to spend it out in those avenues. Some decide to invest it in other businesses. Some they just decide to buy the luxury lifestyle. I'm not saying that you cannot acquire the luxury lifestyle, but the problem that I have is that many people decided to just jump in without doing thorough research. They just saw an expensive item, they just saw money, they just saw somebody splashing money and decided to just jump all in without doing proper research. So I think the first problem that we have and why people are not making it is because of the way trading is introduced. So somebody might ask me, so what do you think is the best way of introducing trading? I think after you are enticed by the end product of trading, go out there and do enough research. Try to understand why people are traders. Try to understand the nature of the business. Try to understand the key players of the business. Try to understand why people lose in the markets and why people make money. Try to gain enough insight as to what actually happens in the industry. And the next reason why many people do not make it in trading is as follows. Information in Forex trading is all over the place. If you go on YouTube, you see something. If you go on Google, if you search Forex trading, you see something. Just because there is easy accessibility into the industry, every person can claim that they know something. Just because people have video cameras, they have computers, they have laptops, they have gadgets, they have access to the internet, they can just write whatever they decide to write. And I feel like there's limited regulation. Yes, we do have regulation when it comes to brokers, prop firms, and in the space of bigger key players, we do have regulation. But I feel like in terms of information, the fact that there is minimum regulation, we tend to have things all over the place. Now, when you go to college, you realize that there is what is called a course outline or a curriculum that you will receive of how the program that you are studying is going to be structured, and you know exactly where you are going to start from and where you are going to finish. Unfortunately, when it comes to trading, it's all about trial and error. You see this, you jump in, maybe you start in between, you come back, you start with advanced products, advanced stuff, you go back to the beginning, and people are confused, right? People don't know exactly where to start from. And unfortunately, because of poverty in Africa and all parts of the world, people do not have money to access proper information. But I feel like if you are a trader and you really want to see success, try to invest in a well-structured community, well-structured trading course, so that you have a bit of a stronger foundation, because the information is all over the place. And unfortunately, whatever you see people using, they think this is the best information, this is the best strategy. They will only open up their eyes after they've lost a lot of money. It's very much unfortunate that many people, they still in this cycle for more than 5-6 years because they were a victim of information being all over the place. This is a very big factor when it comes to people not making it in trading. Try to sit down and ask yourself, am I not a victim of unregulated junk that I've been consuming for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 years in the market? So the fact that information is all over the place, many people tend to lose and they are not making it in the industry. The next point that I'm going to tell you, understanding the game. This is where the problem is. Many traders, many people, many mentors, they think they do understand the nature of the game. I know you think you know what you know. I know many people, they think they know what they know, but there's always proof. And that proof, you realize the moment you click your trade and it's going against you. Not just one trade, but many trades, and maybe more trades in the future are going to be losing trades until you open up your eyes. The nature of the game. You are a forex trader. You are an individual who's sitting on a couch somewhere in Palulu land or Halulu land, holding your phone, your device, and have a $50 account. You want to place trades and make millions of dollars in the markets. And I'm here to disappoint you a little bit. And I'm here to scratch your ego a little bit. I'm very sorry to tell you that it is not that easy. The nature of the game is such that you are competing with big guys, big companies, big institutions. You are competing with guys who are well researched with proper equipment, information, and resources in terms of human resources and capital. These guys, they are investing and doing everything possible so that they can take money from people like yourself. So you are competing, you're trying to make money, you're trying to take money from people who are trying to take money from you. But these guys, they do have a competitive advantage compared to you. So this is why many people are losing. They think just by drawing a line, just by putting indicators, just by calling these fancy names, confusing people with technical trading analysis terminology, they are going to just make money. Some of these companies have been there for more than 2 or 3 decades in the markets. They understand the behavior of traders. They understand the behavior of market participants, and they are just sitting there waking up each and every day to swallow people who are ignorant like yourself, ignorant enough to blow 30, 40, 50 accounts before they open up their eyes. So if you want to make money in this business, you need to understand that this business is not that easy. It's not that simple. Yes, it can be simple once you have the right information, the right attitude, and you understand the nature of the game. But if you are not smart, you continue to blow until you decide to open your eyes. This is why we have many traders losing in the markets, losing in Forex trading. It's because they underestimate, they do not understand the nature of the industry or the game. Do enough research about the industry that you are getting into. Know the key players. Know everyone. What are their motives and what are they trying to do? So that once you start trading, you will know that you have to up your game to be successful. And this takes me to the next point. And this one, again, is going to shock you. And unfortunately, this is why 90% of people are losing, giving up. So people come in the industry after seeing the fancy stuff, the money, the luxury lifestyle. They are told by some of these mentors, some of these gurus, some of their friends that it's very much easy. Or they saw somebody trading and downloading money. They think that I'm just going to come here, click a button and download money. And guess what? You know what will happen? You will lose your money. They lose their money. And when they lose their money, they try to learn again and then they give up. So when you hear people saying that 90% of people lose in the markets, it's simply because out of the 90%, 99% of the 90% who lose in the markets are those who give up within the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I still do not understand this thing that people are willing to go to college to study a degree program for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. They are okay with going to school to graduate with a high school diploma. They are so patient enough. They are so patient. But when it comes to trading, they just want to come today, fund an account, hit a jackpot, and make millions. This is why many people lose. Until we realize that we actually need to give it time. We actually need to give it time to learn, to master ourselves, master our emotions. You know, when I started trading, I never realized that trading is very, very good when it comes to pointing out your mistakes. If you want to study your personality, you want to study your weaknesses, if you become a trader and you are patient enough to study yourself, you'll realize that maybe you are a greedy person. Maybe you are fearful. Maybe you have the fear of missing out on things. Maybe you are somebody who's repulsive in nature. Maybe you're someone who's reactive in nature. You will realize the personality that is inside your personality. So to learn these things, you need to give it time. Give yourself enough time. Some of you, what you need is maybe to say, yes, I failed for the past few years, but as I'm finishing this month of December or getting myself into 2025, I need to give myself at least 3 to 6 months of studying the markets daily, maybe giving myself 2 hours, consuming the right information, being a student, so that I can master the nature of the game. I can master the proper strategies before I get to think about making money. I know you want to make money today. Maybe you want to solve the problems that are in your house today. But I'm sorry to say that you cannot solve problems creating another problem, because the moment that you try to create a shortcut to success, it's going to create more problems. And unfortunately, a lot of people are in debt. They took loans to trade. Some they took money from friends and families. They blew their accounts. Some are stressed right now, depressed. Why? They could not wait. So I'm here to tell you that you need to wait. You need to be patient and allow yourself to absorb as much as you can. Do proper professional research. Yes, thank God for Instagram. Thank God for TikTok. Thank God for YouTube. But look for books. Go on the internet. Look for proper market experts. Look for people with hedge funds. People with who work in the banks. You can actually visit brokers. Go and ask fund managers if you have access to. Try to ask them relevant questions and they will help you before you lose your money, before you are depressed, before you fail. Which takes me to another important reason why traders all over the world tend to miss it or are not making it. Mainstream media. I do not have a problem with mainstream media. I do not have a problem with these blogs or these bloggers. But the problem that we have now is, if you check, there is so much information being pumped out there. Some of the information is being pumped by brokers, prop firms, gurus. And if you are to ask yourself, all the strategies that you see when you are a beginner, all the things that you're seeing being pumped right in front of you, do you think, with all your senses, do you think that these guys, they really want you to make money? They really want you to take money from the market? Think about it. Why do we have so much information being pumped by these mainstream medias, and yet many people are not making it? You need to think about that. I'm sorry to tell you that. A lot of information out there being pumped, I don't care by who. This is to design or to program a certain program in your mindset. This is why you see a lot of traders, they think alike. They behave alike. When they are looking at the market, they are analyzing the market almost in the same way. And guess what? The big guys I spoke about, they know the behavior of a beginner trader. They know the behavior and the psychology of a trader. Guess what? They are waiting, knowing very well that you have wrong information, and they are going to use it against you until you open your eyes to realize that some of these media houses, some of these blogs, some of these bloggers, some of these websites, they are designed to pump out. Some of them are even paid to pump out information so that you can lose, so that you will not make it. So be careful of what you are consuming, which takes me to the notion that you need to verify whatever you are learning from experts or from your friends or from other sites. And this takes me to the next point. So when I'm saying that many retail traders have the gambling or gamblers mentality, I'm simply saying that they want to get rich quick today. They want to get rich quick next week. Whereas investors or people who have the investor's mindset, they are thinking long term. They are thinking about the money they are going to make in the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. This is where many traders are caged. This is where the problem is. We want to get rich quick today. And to be quite honest, it takes time. When you think, you need to think as an investor. Think in terms of probabilities. Think in terms of yearly or monthly returns. And from there, you realize that success becomes a second nature. For example, you have a trading account. Think about how you can make 5% consistently per month. 3% consistently, 4% consistently, and then you can increase as you go. When you speak to investors or the big guys, you realize that they are thinking about percentage gains. They are so thankful if they can make 10% per annum. They are so thankful if they can increase their portfolio by 7% or 5%. Now, as retail traders, we want to do it quickly. You can do it quickly. I've done it quickly before. But what I can tell you is that you will not cross over to the other side of the investors or the big guys who have bigger portfolios. You tend to want to preserve your capital. You tend to want to think long term. Think about how you can get to the next level in the next 2 years or 3 years or the next 1 year, next 5 years. This is where the problem is. The nature and the design of the industry is such that people need to be investors and not gamblers. And once you realize that, you start planning everything you need to plan. Just yesterday, I was speaking with somebody who wanted to learn from our academy, and they gave me like a brief description of how they've laid out their trading journey and how they want to flip accounts, make this much money, and then make this much money per day and make this much money every month. And I told them that this is not realistic. This is not how you plan your trading. This is not how the market actually moves, because there are a lot of factors that influence the market. So once you realize and understand the nature of the game, you know the right things to put in place before you can kickstart your journey. So traders are losing Because they have the gambling mentality and not the investor's mentality, which you need to be successful. And this takes me to the next point. Forex trading is not for everyone. Yes, I'm here to tell you that. Forex trading is not for everyone. Just because you have access to the internet, you have your computer, you have money in your bank, it doesn't mean that you're a trader. Matter of fact, 99% of people who are calling themselves Forex traders are not traders. They're just people who have access to MT5, MT4, or a broker who are trying to gamble their way out of poverty. Forex trading is for those, number one, who are willing to put in the work. Number two, who understands the nature of the business. Number three, who are willing to master their psychology and emotions. Number four, who are willing to wait and be patient throughout the journey. People who are willing to accept losses and move on, and people who are not going to be cocky whenever they have winning trades. People who do not have the gambling mentality. If you are this kind of a person, then Forex trading is for you. Forex trading is for those who are not looking for a get-rich-quick way out. Forex trading is for those who are willing to fight until they see success. Forex trading is not for those who quickly give up. And if you do not have these qualities and you feel like you do not have these qualities, look for another profession. I always tell people that you can easily buy a camera and be a cameraman. You can do your 9 to 5. You can do anything else you think of. Forex trading is for those who are able to work under pressure. Remember yourself when you used to write on your CV or resume that you work under pressure. This is where that quality or that attribute is needed. You are going to work under pressure and make the best decisions when you are trading. So if you do have these qualities, then this is for you. Then if you do not have these qualities, or if you do not see yourself mastering these things, then it is not for you. Look for something else. I'm sorry to disappoint many people. This is where the major problem is. Just because we have access to things does not mean that we qualify to have those things. Think about it. If you want to see yourself succeeding, then you've got to make sure that these qualities and these things are put in place. You are not just going to come here and download money. No, you are going to put in the work, and then you will see the results of your hard work. Which takes me to the next point. Many people want to trade like banks. They want to trade like institutions. They want to trade like the big guys. Many strategies that we see, I'm not going to mention the names of the strategy, as my intention of this video is not to create problems or a problem or to create fights, but it's just to open up people's eyes. Ever since you started your trading journey, how many people have you seen claiming that they know how the market moves or they know how the institutions trade? I'm sorry to tell you that even banks themselves, some of them don't even use candlesticks. Some of them don't even use the strategies that you think they're using. Banks, most of them, they're not even looking at the chart that you and me are trading. Most banks, they are not making their decisions because of a line. They are not making their decision because price broke out of a certain level. They are not making a decision simply because they drew or they have certain indicators crossed. Matter of fact, they all have different kinds of strategies, which some of them are not even technical analysis that we know. So I'm sure most of you guys have seen how we saw a huge surge in terms of strategies and people claiming to trade like banks or trade like institutions, especially during the pandemic and after the pandemic. We saw an increase of those strategies, and most of these YouTube channels, they were so promoted and most of these YouTube channels were promoted, and some of them have even disappeared. They claimed to have debunked or to have mastered the markets. And guess what? The majority of naive people who are clueless or people who are still beginners, they're just going to buy into the idea, and guess what? They'll start blowing accounts. So I'm not saying that these strategies do not work, but I'm just saying be careful. do enough research. Somebody might just claim that they know insiders information, and yet they are blowing accounts behind the scenes. The unfortunate part about uploading on YouTube or posting online is that many people are willing to post the perfect things, the perfect setups, the perfect trades, the winning trades. And some of these people, I'm a mentor myself, and I've seen a lot of crazy things behind the scenes with people claiming to make millions of dollars, claiming to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and yet they are trading demo accounts. Some of them, they even place a buy and a sell on a demo account and they just go to sleep, right? And when they wake up, the trade that is going to be profitable, they delete the raids and then they'll post just to lure people. There are so many schemes that are happening. There are so many things that are going on there out there. So be careful, guys. So all I'm trying to say is that this industry is real. There's a lot of money. There's success. Once you master the nature of the business, once you know exactly what you're supposed to do, once you have acquired the right information, you are trading properly, you are treating trading like a business, you are treating trading like an investment package or an investment portfolio, you will see success. And indeed, that success will actually change your life and the lives of people around you. This is what I've always told my students. Take your time. Don't rush the process. Of late, I spoke to a person, which I'm not going to mention much because this video is not a sales video. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm trying to help you. But this person told me that, I joined you like 5 years ago and now things are making sense. Now he's building houses. He bought 4 pieces of land. He's changing the lives of people around him, but through patience, through following the right principles. And guess what? When you decide you want to be a trader and you want to master trading, take your time. Take your time to learn. Take your time to make mistakes. Review your mistakes. Create solutions and you'll see success. So if you love this video, guys, please like, share and subscribe so that whenever I upload another video, you'll be the first one to get the video. So ladies and gentlemen, a peace.